proud to be interviewing Lady Death. Lady D, welcome.
Thank you.
First question, in this photo, that's quite a kiss you're giving that skull.
I have strong feelings for the dead.
So I see. Would you say that sex appeal is a weapon for you?
How perceptive of you. Yes, definitely. If a man is so foolish as to gorge his eyes on my body, he is pathetically easy for me to control. And if women are blinded by jealousy, they too are mine.
What dreams do you have?
I dream about mega death, of course. You may be sure that dreaming of a lifeless Earth makes my nights very pleasant. Although, lately, I have been having other dreams.
How did your home come to be called the Endless Graveyard?
My
home. I've missed it so.
It became the Endless Graveyard when I seized rulership of hell from Lucifer ages ago, and my will reshaped its terrain. But, as for your question, a graveyard for billions of bodies requires vast stretches of land. It is as endless as any being could experience, and it's all mine.
Your decor seems to consist of lots of skulls and lots of blood.
Your point is? Oh, I see. Your perspective is sadly limited, interviewer. You gale to see the intrinsic beauty of blood and bone, a visual symphony of pain and anguish written by
torturers and madmen throughout my realm.
If you were more enlightened, you would appreciate its funereal glory. Perhaps when you are dead.
There is something about this image that seems odd. Are you a smoker?
I am in favor of anything that shortens the lives of mortals. And since I am no longer exactly alive, I can indulge myself without fear. I'm sure you wish you could say the same.
What is there to do in the Endless Graveyard?
I found quite a few diversions. I would enjoy daily bloodbaths beneath sanguine falls, amid the new arrivals. They bleat about missing their loved ones and the tasks they did not accomplish. So much prattle, and all so meaningless.
But you must have special swimwear? Your long cape wouldn't be very good for bathing.
Indeed, I do have a collection of swimming clothes, many of them created by my admirers. There are hardly enough days in the year to wear all of them.
What else do you do at your blood beaches?
From time to time, I play Death Guard. If the newly dead show any ability at swimming, I make the torture goblins hold the zombie under until it stops moving. If a body isn't floating motionless in the blood, I don't want to see it. It is a thankless task, but no sacrifice is too great to maintain the purity of my endless graveyard.
You must treasure the peaceful moments of your life.
Savor them. I must. Because they are so few, I was fated to be a warrior. My destiny tied up in the great doings of this universe and of the coming judgment era. I take moments where I find them. If I did not, then even I should go mad from the responsibilities placed on my pale shoulders.
Responsibilities?
Absolutely. Megadeath is a responsibility. I set this chain of events in motion and will see it through, with help from my darling evil Ernie and his undead hordes. And I suspect that greater powers scheme to snare me in their plots. My powers derive from many places, and all of them are competing to stake their claim to my loyalty. But never forget, I am first and foremost loyal to myself.
Tell me about Lady Demon.
We all have our dark sides. My friends all died of the Black Death or betrayed me, and I consigned myself to hell. Is it any wonder that I would have this darkness within me? Lucifer's trickery and Purgatory's jealous fury gave it form. My mother denied herself heaven to restore the balance of my soul, so that now Lady Demon is just a figment of my imagination.
Who is Purgatory?
She was a slave who rose to prominence in ancient Egypt. When she was spurned by her lover, the wife of the pharaoh, she sought power and gained it. She became a demonic creature, a blood-red vampiress with horns and wings. She remained in hell when I overthrew Lucifer and foolishly sought revenge. I cast her out of hell and haven't seen her since. Good riddance.
You must have some allies in hell.
My closest friend there is Cremator, the blacksmith of hell, but next to him it would have to be Vasago. my peerless steed. We have been partners for long years. I will not divulge how and why we came to be so close, but there is nothing I would not do to protect his life, and he mine. Visago taught me that there can be loyalty, but certainty like that does not come without a price.
When did you take the name Lady Death?
It was when my armsman, the blacksmith cremator, presented me with the trappings that had formerly belonged to Lucifer's concubine, including my now bygone sword, Darkness. I dubbed myself Lady Death as
Cremator and I
set forth to war against my father Matthias, who briefly reigned in hell. I took the name. Lady Death is who I am, forever.
We've noticed that you have some unusual visitors, such as Little E.
He certainly is unusual. I admit to not knowing quite what to make of him. Lil E seems to be similar to my own evil Ernie. But there is no real harm in him. No coldness of spirit or genuine bloodthirsty malice. That's a pity. Perhaps I can guide him toward realizing it.
You rule hell. That seems like a huge burden.
It is a fascinating existence. The Archdukes always seek to take my power, or make alliances with me or against me, while the uncharted parts of my own endless graveyard sometimes provide an interesting challenge. I never lack for things to do. Simply maintaining the proper degree of fear among my subjects is a time-consuming task.
Much of your life has been devoted to battle.
I have said as much, have I not? My fate is to be a warrior, yet I have not chosen sides. I pursue my own agenda, regardless of others' plans. My cousin Vandala sent me on a bizarre odyssey through 4 worlds.
I was
nigh
nigh powerless
and enraged at being manipulated. And I was tracked by Astaroth, an archduke of hell bent on avenging Lucifer.
How did your odyssey end?
Astaroth tracked me to Concordia, where Jonah and Duranda, the rulers, had adopted me, as though I were their daughter. I was very happy there, but I was not meant for peace. He found Concordia and destroyed it. I called upon my angelic legacy and used a gem-faceted pond to reflect heaven's own light upon Astaroth, destroying him utterly. Revenge was no solace for what I lost when Concordia's folks perished.
Let's turn to happier matters, if we can. Is Halloween your favorite holiday?
My birthday is a mere few days before Samhain, as the Druids called their holy day. I am amused by the way earthly merchants have made this blood-soaked eve into a festival of candy and carved pumpkins. But evil Ernie has been giving them a small preview of what Halloween is all about. Give us a little more time and that day will produce shrieks of terror, not mock fright.
Is terror really that important?
Terror is honest. Death is coming to an entire world, so what reaction could be more honest than terror? I will not lie to you or the billions whose lives I seek to end. Be afraid. I understand your fear. I revel in it. But, in the end, it is irrelevant. Whether you are afraid or not, angry or not, the end is inevitable. Megadeath cannot be stopped.
There's no way to gain, an exemption, say by giving you flowers?
That is an amusing notion, but death comes to all things. Flowers are dead when you give them, or nearly so. I have no anger toward the living. They merely stand between me and my return to Earth. All of you are obstacles. No more, and no less. I will say, though, that I become frustrated when Ernie becomes distracted.
What could distract evil Ernie?
It is bothersome for me to admit that I distract him from time to time. Yet, Ernie needs motivation, and there is no denying that I can motivate him. After he was destroyed on Earth, it was my grief over his destruction that reawakened his spirit. We enjoyed a pleasant interlude. Then he possessed the body of a foolish man who was infected by Smiley, Ernie's odious little companion.
You and Ernie seem like a match made in hell.
The course of true love never runs smoothly, yet our relationship is certainly very special. He's killed close to 100 million humans for my love. How can you be unmoved by such enthusiasm? We are partners in the grandest dark adventure ever conceived, The death of a world! Evil Ernie and I were made for each other.
The image in this photo seems to celebrate your togetherness.
Yes, it would be quite a wedding invitation, wouldn't it? Although the smileys around the ring of blood are much more Ernie's taste than mine. There is something unwholesome about that button, but no matter. Smiley is as integral to Ernie in a physical way as I am emotionally. I hesitate to imagine where Ernie would be without us.
There will come a time when the war is finally over. What do you hope for then?
Maybe there will be time to stop and smell the roses. Evil and I have no plans that far in advance. There are still almost 5 billion human beings alone on Earth, not to mention the rainforests, the whales, the penguins. Megadeath is still in its infancy, but Ernie and I will enjoy that last bouquet of roses together.
But in the meantime?
War. My Asgardian cousins, the Valkyrie, have called on me to help them. They call me Chosen One and expect me to save them from genocide, a lord of chaos. So I'll lead their armies and defeat my newest enemies, Scorpia and Sinestra. I intend to seek reinforcements among the Asgardian dead with
Their forces bolstering my own.
We cannot fail.
Your clothes do seem to get shredded a great deal.
That is why I will be wearing armor throughout my newest adventures. Normally I disdain ironmongery, but against the powers I have faced lately, the protection of metal is welcome. I have no desire to scar myself through the crucible of combat.
What about Brian Pulido, Stephen Hughes, and Jason Jetson?
Those names do sound
Familiar. Maybe I have encountered their spirits in my realm.
When they come to the endless graveyard, I'll have to make sure they keep me entertained.
Keeping you entertained seems like a dangerous way to live.
Who says that you live after you've entertained me? I prefer the company of the dead, it's true, but there are those, like my ally Grimnir, who occasionally captures my attention and survives the experience. And I suggest you keep my dalliance with Grimnir to yourself. Evil Ernie gets so jealous.
What is it like being a power of darkness?
That's an interesting question. Am I a power of darkness? My tastes do run to the macabre, though I would say that my role is being decided even as events unfold around me. I alone will decide what that role is to be. There are very large events in motion. The world as we know it will not exist much longer, and the world I knew has been gone for a very long time.
Evil Ernie has certainly done a lot to change the world.
Evil Ernie is far more powerful than even he realizes. I saw his potential years ago, the glimmerings of power inside that tortured child. Yet now he taps into primal forces beyond even my comprehension. If his full might is ever unleashed, the Earth itself would not be immune. But there are many dark forces arrayed against my poor dear. So many enemies to overcome.
What are your strengths and weaknesses?
My strengths are my force of will, my determination, my skills as a warrior and a sorceress, and my beauty. My weaknesses are my business. Why should I offer any enemy a glimpse into what I see as a weakness? I will allow you one more question.
Is there a way for fans to reach you?
Send me letters, care of Chaos Comics. My earthly minions read them and pass along the most amusing to me. Just remember, I do not forgive or forget.
Well, thank you so much for your time, Lady Death.
No, thank you. Your head will be a charming addition to my hallway decor.